Yo, crypto in health. You want to know how crypto is working in health? We come to you every day with juicy news on wealth, wellness, and well being. We're broadcasting to you live from 1.4 degrees south of the equator and 37 degrees east of the central meridian. I like to tell you we're right in the cryptographic middle of the world. You with me, Scholastic Amugi, and I'm coming to you at 1200 hours Coordinated Universal Time, UTC here on the Ubrican channel. You're just in time, and we're calling you as a new argonaut for Africa to join us in steering the economies of Africa. We are guided by Annlee Saxenian, who described in her book, The New Argonauts 2006, about the role of the diaspora who traveled to America and returned from Silicon Valley to their home countries to support new industries in semiconductor. Now, in your case, you don't have to keep traveling back and forth like Saxena described about the Argonauts of the 1990s and before. You let the information technology do the traveling for you through the internet and the blockchain money, which is the Ubricoin. And this is why we're shilling UBN because we know it helps you solve two fundamental problems. That's your retirement funds and education for your offsprings. Indeed, God's unending favor has brought us to the end of the week, and we're truly grateful. Today, the weather is a bit warm, and of course, we thank God it's Friday. Having made it this far, it's only God's favor. On a day when COVID-19 cases across the African continent rather have reached 664,051 cases with 14,399 deaths. And this is according to the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention Africa. That's Africa CDC. Now that tells you guys that there's no time to let our guard down. We must keep the good hygiene of washing our hands with soap and water, sanitizing with an alcohol based sanitizer. We're donning our masks every time we're in public, and of course, we're observing social distancing without any recklessness. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Mad love goes to people who are always with us here at the Ubrican channel. Grace, Naomi Shiko, Irene, Susan, Barbara, Abed, Evans, Betty, JJ, Jojo. David Muturu, Miss Kindness, Fuchari Productions, Madam Beatrice Morango, Joyce of Seattle, Dr. Stephen Karanja, Mr. Mbugwa Kimani Kamau, Eglantin Lonperia, Romario, Producer Purity, Tom Pinch 254, Samuel Getoa, Brand Rakoi, Ian Mwangi, Jacob Yator, Arche Limo, Eunice, Paul Njoroge, Jane Nelson the Prince, Teresa Justin, Mohammed Ali, Global Trader, Ruth Owino, Jane Gashugu, Irene Catton, Engineer Masinga, the Comical Canadian, Mark Waweru, Stephen Opanga, Raja Usman, Veronica Mwangi, Justus Kimeli, Chiza, Charles Kerr, Washira SM Pwani, Jane Washira, Lynn Washira, David Dogutu, Bishop Mackenzie, Isaac Githua, Miriam Flower, Moses, Mr. Mbuthia, Pastor Zippy, Jessica Daniel John, Alpha Nyota, Steve Nyabuto, Jason Gore, Wanjiku Kinuthia, Ibrahim Gitao, Felix, Shali Sherry, Fred, Georgia Duke. Thank you so much for always being here with us. Now, our inspiration today comes from Psalm chapter 42, verse 1. As the deer pants for streams of water, so my soul pants for you, O God. Indeed, during these unprecedented times, we need to keep calling our God to rescue us because of obviously the great reason of Him being omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient. Now, on our COVID-19 term, we define, or rather, we revisit pandemic. Next on our crypto news segment, we talk about Sri Lankan container terminal joining TradeLens blockchain platform. And on Ubrica today, we get updated with UBN action on exchanges. Now, let's begin with defining pandemic, which is an epidemic that has spread over several countries or continents, impacting many people. Pandemics typically happen when a new virus spreads easily among people, and this is because the virus is new to them, and they have little or no pre-existing immunity to it. Now, COVID-19, which was declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization, that's WHO, in early March 2020, is the first pandemic known to be caused by the emergence of a new coronavirus. Now, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, recognizes 6 stages to a pandemic, and it starts with an investigation phase, followed by recognition, then initiation and acceleration phases, which is then its peak. Now then comes a deceleration phase when the rate of infection decreases. Finally, there is a preparation phase where the pandemic has abated and public officials monitor virus activity and prepare for possible additional waves of infection. And so far, guys, we have seen different countries and various sections of the same country being in different phases of the pandemic at the same time. And a good example is here in Kenya, where as of yesterday, Nairobi County had 6,491 infections, followed by Mombasa County, which had 1,493, and Kiambu County coming in at third with 640 infections. And so we definitely aren't even any close to knowing when COVID-19 will become less intense. So guys, we just have to keep, our personal responsibility of maintaining good hygiene and self-discipline, self-control are key in whatever things that we want to undertake during these particular times. Now, that takes us also to our COVID-19 status here in Kenya. And as of yesterday, the number of tested people were at 230,096. And out of that, 11,673 turned out positive for the COVID-19. Now, thankfully, we have 3,638 who have recovered, and unfortunately, we've lost 217 lives. So you can see the trend, and you know what exactly to do to keep COVID-19 at bay. So having said that, we can now cross over to our crypto news segment. We're looking at an article on Cointelegraph by Mohammed Musharraf, and it talks about Sri Lankan container terminal joins TradeLens blockchain platform. Now, the first private Sri Lankan container terminal, South Asia Gateway Terminals, or SAGT, recently joined IBM and Musk's blockchain trade platform TradeLens. It is the first terminal in the country to adopt blockchain technology to digitize its trade processes. In an announcement on July 16th, Musk said the collaboration will help SAGT grow past sluggish manual paper-based documentation processes. SAGT is an important link in conducting global trade, and it annually processes more than 2 million 20-foot containers. The integration of the TradeLens platform into its operation is expected to help digitize documentation and streamline the data inflow from the global supply chain ecosystem. Now, the terminal will be able to easily record information pertaining to shippers, shipping lines, ports, and other intermediaries involved in the supply chain. By bringing more transparency into container flows, TradeLens plans to improve operational efficiency for the container terminal. Now we're looking at digitization for operational efficiency, and this is TradeLens platform coming in to support the South Asia Gateway terminals. And this is really amazing. This means that the adoption of blockchain technology obviously happens everywhere. And of course, you can see what they're saying. They want to grow past the sluggish manual paper-based documentation processes. So that is what blockchain technology does. And even more so, blockchain technology has brought us the best money that you can ever find. And this is the blockchain money. This blockchain money is borderless. This blockchain money is the one that you need to be looking for, because it doesn't need a third party to, in order for you to send. And of course, it is really, really trustless. You don't have to trust anybody. It is a very good money that you're looking at. And even more so, I bet you know by now that the best held crypto is definitely the Ubricoin, and we're looking at what is happening to the action of Ubricoin. And today we're looking at CryptlockX exchange. Of course, I invite you to visit etherscan.io on your browser. Once you type that, you're gonna find etherscan.io, and you'll type UBN to find what is happening to the action of Ubricoin. And so far we're at 69,770 UBN holders, which is definitely an increase, and we want to see more people joining in. And of course, for you to buy Ubricoins, you need to hit that exchange tab, and once you get there, you're going to find CryptlockX exchange with the UBN ETH pair. Today it's doing fairly well with great volumes, and as well as the price, it's really amazing. And then following closely is the Ether flyer with the UBN ETH pair. And of course, UBN ETH on Phoenix Box coming in at that place. UBN Doge, UBN UST on Phoenix Box, following in closely in that order. So, guys, that is what is definitely happening in the market. And of course, we are, following closely to what you're doing, to the action that you're taking, and it is you and me. Let us, keep charge. Let us follow what is happening to the Ubricoin, to the action of Ubricoin, because then is when we're going to take the necessary action to take UBN to the moon. Of course, guys, it's being a weekend, we know that it's your relaxation time, but of course we want to make sure that we're using our time wisely. And using our time wisely is by learning how to use blockchain money, because whether you like it or not, cryptos are here to stay. And whether you like it or not, the best crypto that is definitely going to take the world by storm is this particular one, which is the health crypto, the UBN crypto. Of course, you have seen that health is the most critical thing. In fact, if you don't have health, then wealth is definitely nothing. So good health is really important, and we want to support and encourage projects that are in the line of health. And this is really amazing. So we want to boost the UBN. Let us keep it going. Let us keep our holders coming in. And of course, let us take the action to CryptlockX exchange, either flyer. You're going to do, if you actually take CryptlockX exchange and use UBN, either flyer, you do the UBN ETH pair, you can actually do both basic trading as well as arbitrage trading. So guys, let's keep the action going, and we're gonna get better with time. So I'm gonna leave you with a quote for today, and this is coming from an American historian, Emily Thompson, who says, self-discipline isn't just something that happens once and you're done. It's a practice. I want to repeat that. Self-discipline isn't just something that happens once and you're done. It's a practice. I have been your girl, Scholastica Mugi, and until tomorrow, it is goodbye for now. Ciao.